Good day YouTube, a fistful of goats here, and today I'm going to showcase Adventure Sprite. Now you've seen me play Tri-Sprite on this channel before, but I wanted to take a look at this version of the deck because I love the Adventure engine, and with my meta being less tier dominated than the average Yu-Gi-Oh meta, and my shop having a lot of Sprite players, I thought it'd be an interesting take on the deck. It's done okay, it's gone 2-2 and 3-1 at locals, so I wanted to showcase you where it's at the moment. For the sprites, triple blue, triple jet for the main sprites. This is very standard because blue can search for jet, which can get a sprite smashers, or vice versa. You can go jet, get sprite starter, and go into blue and get a red for a negate. So either way, these two can give you board presence and disruption. Outside of that, we have one carrot, double red, and one pixies for the rest of our sprites. Because we aren't playing much more of the level 2 engines, because the nimble engine conflicts with the adventure engine, we're playing more actual sprite monsters. But they're all pretty decent in their own way. Carrot is a spell and trap negate, red is a monster negate, and pixies is an honest, which is really good in battle, especially in this go second build of the deck. For the spells, for the sprites, we have triple starter, one smashers. I know a lot of people who've played the adventure build say don't play smashers, Draco back is enough, and I can somewhat see why they say that. But me personally, this deck almost never OTKs, so having follow-up removal is always good. That's my opinion on that. For the rest of the twos, triple swap frog, one dupe frog, and one cap shell. Again, like I said, no nimble engine because it conflicts with Rite of Messiah. Swap frog works well with the adventure engine because you can pitch an enchantress, get the swap frog out, do the whole adventure plays, and you still haven't used your normal summon yet, which means you can then possibly go in first and then a board of Griffin Rider and Totally Awesome with a couple other things. Cap Shell is a draw we use to make elf, and Dupe Frog, it's another name, and it can sometimes lock your opponent down, although that's very rare, I will admit. Adventure package is very standard: triple right, triple source, triple enchantress, one Draco back, and one Faithful Adventure. Again, if you're playing in a heavy elite in a heavy tier Shizu meta, I wouldn't play these because if they mill one of your bricks, you are in a lot of trouble. Mostly this one. Also, they can shuffle back your enchantress in the graveyard. But if you're like me and you're playing a more sprite heavy meta, this is a really great engine because it gives you disruption going first with Griffin Rider. It gives you a bounce back coming second with Draco back. And it gives you more, and in future turns it gives you more extenders for higher level link monsters. Next up, Foolish Burial because it's another waste of an enchantress. Now for the rest of the board, we're playing both board breakers and hand traps. So Crow and Ash for the hand traps. This is because there is one big tier player there, and we need something to help us deal with him. And this is the best generic hand trap right now. You could also play Droll or Ghost Spell if you want. I just personally prefer Ash. Next up, I find for the board breakers, triple Dark Lunar and two Droplet. God, that still needs to be changed. Again, this deck is more designed to go second with things like Draco back, bouncing things back, and big gigantic sprites to beat through. So these two help us break boards very easily. And this is also really good because it reduces monsters' points. So with a big gigantic sprite, Cat Shark, pixies in this, you can do a ton of damage with one swing. That's pretty good. And that's our main deck. For the extra deck, two elves, two gigantic. For the sprites, don't need to play Sprin because we haven't got an angler sent to the graveyard. Again, this is a good starter going first, so a good extender going first, and it's one of our win cons being second, because if you can make it with this under it, you've got a 3200 beta that you mix with Pixies, Cat Shark, and Droplets to do a heck of a lot of damage in one attack. For the rest of our rank 2s, Toad, Sky Cavalry, Cat Shark. I'm not playing Mannequin Cat because I didn't have room for the Chaos Hunter tech. So this is obviously good going first. You make a negate that you can repeatedly use with your elf. This is good disruption because when it battles, it will reduce monsters' points. It'll bounce monsters back to the opponent's hand, so it's another way to clear the field like Draco back is. And this obviously combos with the gigantic sprite for massive damage. However, like Trifso build, we actually are more focused on ranking up. But first, to show you the rest of the deck first, 1 Venom, 1 Zeus, because we have a positive poly in the sideboard, and this is a good follow play, which you can slap over your big gigantic sprite to wipe the board wherever the opponent brings out turn 2. And we have 1 Almirage, 1 IP, 1 Nightmare, 1 Boral Sword, 1 BLS, and 1 Appaloosa. Now, in the future, I would probably cut this, and play the two Link 2 Nightmares, Cerberus and Phoenix, to have more options going second. But again, follow-up play. But again, if you manage to make your sprite plays and not lock yourself under, making this with 3 or 4 negates could be a good first turn play, and these two are really good, smashing through and finishing points off. That was the main and extra. Let's just look at the side. Ciphering for the extra hand traps, the ciphering package, and draw on Lockbird. This is for combo decks like the Bastille Thunder Dragon deck I have at locals, and things like that. If you can slow down a deck from making its plays in this build, it gives you such an easy field to break. It's unbelievable. This obviously is not very good going first because you can't really do anything with it. But going second, this can stop most threats that the opponent will play against you. If you want to play this main deck, you could run Emergency Teleport because it is a level 2. I just didn't have space in my build. 2 Lava Golems, they're more board breakers, and they're board breakers you can bounce with Draco back. So if you have this Draco back on field, you can wipe 4 monsters from your opponent's field in one combo. with one combo. And then you can just beat over it with a big gigantic sprite or remove it some other way. Then finally we have the super polys, like I mentioned, and the debarriers. Debarrier, you've seen this before, I'm going to explain this. But one thing I will say is it's one of the best cards to play in a sprite mirror, because our deck isn't as reliant on gigantic sprite as a pure build would be. So this can really tip the balance in our favour. There's so many dark decks right now that this with Diamond Venom is just insane removal. I use this against a sprite matchup. I use this against a few decks. There was a zombie matchup, I remember. So, and again, this is a really good thing to put if you want to go more going second. And that is my Sprite Adventure list. Again, I wouldn't recommend playing this list if your meta is more Ishizu tier. But if you are more of a Sprite meta like mine, definitely give this a try. It'll give you a bit of an edge in mirror matches. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.